I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. There's another paid request, this time from Broad Stipe, as for the film Green Street Hooligans from 2005. Now, this is a film I didn't know much about, but looking up, apparently this is the same director that would do Punisher Warzone. And she hasn't done a whole lot since. And also this is a film I guess got 2 sequels. I think the third film has like Scott Adkins in it. I don't know. I vaguely heard this title. Sometimes it's called Green Street. Other times Green Street Hooligans. The cast, you have Elijah Wood, who I like. I like Elijah Wood quite a bit. He was rather solid. A solid actor in the remake of Maniac. Which was like the remake of Maniac and the guy from Lord of the Rings. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's pretty good. Gotta admit, it was pretty better than I thought. And he's been in quite a few films as well. The Good Son, from back in the day. I thought he did a nice job here as an American. He's a kid in college in Harvard. He gets fucked over because his roommate had drugs, but it gets blamed on him. But the roommate has a rich family, so they push him to take the blame. Hey, come on, you know, I got a rich family. If you don't, we'll pulverize over you. Figuratively speaking, but you'll just take it, and here's $10,000. So Elijah Wood's going, well, fuck, you know, this family's going to mess me over way worse, even more. I'll just take the $10,000. Goes to London to see his sister, played by Claire Forlani, who was in Kevin Smith's film Mallrats. I think she was in Meet Joe Black, that film, that boring ass movie that's like 3 fucking hours long that didn't need to be. Mallrats is good. When Kevin Smith was worth a shit, sadly. I like Kevin Smith, but nowadays, his movies ain't worth shit. Movies ain't worth a pot to piss in my opinion. But back in the day, Kevin Smith is great. I miss that Kevin Smith, man. I'm glad he's still with us from his heart attack. I'm glad he's healthy, but fuck, man, I miss that Kevin Smith. They're just, you know, give the middle finger when he wants. Now he just cries at every trailer and Twice on Tuesday. Every movie trailer. Sorry. It's cool if you cry at a trailer. But if you're crying at every single fucking trailer, maybe put down the weed. It's fine if you cry at a trailer or even 2 trailers. But every trailer... Sorry, that's a tangent. But... you know, Claire Forlani plays his sister. Now, her sister has a husband, and the husband's brother is played by Charlie Hunnam. I thought this guy was fucking familiar, but I think he's the guy who's the star in Pacific Rim. He's been in other stuff as well. I believe that's the same guy. I could be wrong. I mean, Charlie Hunnam is not really one of those actors I follow. Because I wasn't even a fan of Pacific Rim, I'm sorry. I remember that when it was called Robot Jocks. But he wa I don't think he was that bad, but apparently a lot of people online has said his accent is like the worst accent ever. I have no fucking clue because I don't live over there. I don't know how the language is. I'm ignorant on that. So if anyone does live over there, and you, I don't know, watch the trailer and just listen to Charlie Hunnam's accent, it's considered one of the worst ever. Is it or is it not? I didn't, for people, because I do have quite a few viewers in the UK, you do let me know how Charlie Hunnam sounds. Again, there's a clip trailers on YouTube. Feel free. So Claire Filani's brother says, you don't go with my brother and, just keep him out of trouble. And then Charlie Hunnam's like, fuck this, we don't go to a football game. Soccer, but to them it's football. I can't help it, I'm American, I call it soccer. And I'm not a fan of soccer. I know I've pissed a lot of people. I could never get into soccer. I like basketball. I could barely get into football, but I would get into football more than soccer. Although I'd probably get into soccer more than baseball. I like it in movies, but baseball's boring as shit to me watching for real. But I like it in movies. And I like Batista, that had soccer or football. So, and if it's edited into a movie, which honestly in the movie you don't see a whole lot of that. It's more about the crowd reactions. And it's not even about that. It's about Charlie Hunnam. Charlie Hunnam brings Elijah Wood into this group of folks and friends who are rough and tumble and get into fights, usually around these football games. And you see an evolution of Elijah Wood's character manning up, getting a bit addicted to these fights and addicted into the way these guys live and enjoying this type of life, and how once you've been hit in the face and you realize you're not made of glass, it changes you. And because I like Elijah Wood, because I think he's a good actor, I thought he did a decent job, and it was interesting to see sort of that little evolution happen. And when these rumbles happen, I like that Elijah Wood is not just a pissant that does nothing. He actually does hold his own a bit. He's not Superman or anything. He gets punched, but then he punches back and he does a little bit here and there. And so I like that, And then you find out there's more to Charlie Hunnam's character, where he'll teach kids about soccer. I'm going to call it soccer. I'm sorry. Gets Elijah Wood to be your goalie, and Elijah's, oh, that's not going to be fair. Oh yeah, we'll try it. Of course, he gets beat by all the kids. And it's one of those movies that it was okay. It was alright. I didn't mind the acting. I liked Elijah Wood, that helped. The tough and fumble rumbles, they're alright. There's nothing I haven't seen before. A little bit shaky. A little, yeah. Sometimes a lot. But I mean, it's there. I like the bit when they realize there's going to be people trying to beat him up at the train station, and Elijah Wood's like, we gotta get off here. And so in order to sneak by them, he says, let's take this vehicle. And when they pass by, they see the American Elijah Wood, and he says, oh yeah, we're from Paramount. This is for the new Hugh Grant movie. Hugh Grant, he's making a movie? Yeah, it's with Cameron Diaz. Okay, move along. And then they get to the right position, then they come out and fight. And so pretty much you get the idea is Elijah Wood really getting synced into this way of life. And then people like his sister, Claire Filani, are saying, hey, this is not right way to go. Even Elijah's dad, who never sees him, finally gets there and invites him to a lunch. And Charlie Hunnam's buddy, who's jealous of Elijah Wood's friendship with Charlie Hunnam, he turncoats. That leads to more friction, leads to more backstabbing going on. In fact, a person actually gets stabbed in the neck. And the whole lesson is that, there's a time to stand your ground, and there's also a time to walk away. And while, yeah, this could be fun for a bit, if you don't stop it, there could be some real, absolute real consequences. So I get what I was trying to say. Maybe because I'm not from that region, I'm not from that area, so it wasn't something I could relate to. Maybe that's why. It was okay, but again, it's hard for me to review a film like this because I don't really know what to say. I don't remember much about the music. I don't remember much about the cinematography. In fact, I saw this 4 days ago. I don't remember much about the movie other than some little tidbits here and there. So it just, for me, it was one of those time waster elements where, like I said, maybe because I didn't grow with the region, maybe I'm such an outsider to the UK formal life that it just fairly alien to me. I don't know. I guess it didn't draw me in like it did others, considering this was successful enough. Apparently, to get 2 sequels. I don't think they have Elijah Wood in them. They have other people, but just I wouldn't say it was hard to watch or anything. I only it's an awful movie. I mean, getting more into spoilers starting now. Like I said, Charlie Hunnam's buddy is a turncoat, tells these other guys who are kind of rivals to Charlie Hunnam and his friends, and that's when Charlie Hunnam's brother, a.k.a. Claire Forlani's husband, gets stabbed in the throat, gets put into the hospital. And then Charlie Hunnam says, hey, Elijah, walk away, this isn't your fight. Elijah's like, fuck this, I'm going to stick with my new friends. And then this big fight happens between these rival folks where the rival, the head of them, he still has issues because long ago his son died during one of these. And during this big rumble at the end, Charlie Hunnam's like, oh yeah, well, you know what, it's your fault. You should have protected your kid. You should have protected your son. So then the guy gets on him and beats Charlie Hunnam to death. And then people are shot. Elijah Wood's shot. Gets Claire Forlani. They drive away. And then that's right in the big thing where there's a time to stand your ground. There's a time to walk away. And that was the lesson he learned. I'm like, I don't really know how to feel about that. I mean, I guess I was surprised that Charlie Hunnam's character passed away. And then the other guy didn't get any comeuppance, didn't get any paid bad, didn't get arrested, didn't get anything. So that kind of left a kind of a sour taste in my mouth. But I do like the last bit where he finally goes to that roommate that fucked him over and gets him on cassette tape admitting to his wrongdoings, and then actually threatens to beat the shit out of him. And you definitely see the change at the beginning. He just went along with it, but at the end of the film, he's ready to beat the fuck the guy, and the guy's like steered. And then Elijah Wood comes. I would say he was the best part of the movie. The reason I could watch as a time waster is I liked Elijah Wood as an actor. I liked his little development of his character, either when he's getting into little fights or he's a little bit going up the ladder in this group. In his first interaction with the group, someone, I think Charlie Hunnam says, oh yeah, the Karate Kid, they based that on him. No, what? And they're like quizzing on him, and Elijah Wood's looking around like, what the fuck? And it's like, oh yeah, you're talking about Mr. Miyagi. You're talking about Mr. Miyagi, right? Yeah, that guy is... That was a little bit funny. But yeah, other than Elijah Wood, Charlie Hunnam, I don't know about his accent. I don't know. The character wasn't bad. I mean, he's a guy that stood by his friends. He's a guy who's loyal. At the end, he even told Elijah, hey, walk away. This isn't your fight. He wasn't a complete douchebag or anything. I would say, compared to some of the other stuff I've seen with Charlie Hunnam, his acting I thought was fine. Again, I don't know about his accent, but I thought his acting and character was fine in this. Again, cinematography-wise, there's nothing I can remember good or bad. I really can't even remember now. I'd have to look at a trailer. I guess maybe that says a lot. But yeah, there's really nothing that bad about it. Just it was okay. Those are the hardest movies to review for me. I know I'm not good at that. Just if I love a film or if I hate a film, then you pass it one way or another. But when you're kind of in the middle, and like, yeah, again, those are the toughest movies to review. So I apologize, bro. It's Stipe. Sorry about that, but with that said, thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.